Namaste, Krishna here, yogawithkrishna.com. Welcome. This is a new project I'm doing with my son, who's manning the camera in front of me. My 12-year-old son, he's named Krishna as well, and myself are doing this project where I emailed my whole email list of yogis, and I asked people to ask me questions about teaching yoga, my practice, things they wanted to know about me. So Krishna is going to be asking me the questions, and I will answer them as best I can. So Krish, give me the first one.
So first off, what made you decide to teach yoga and not just practice it?
That's a great question. What made me decide to teach yoga and not just practice it? Well, as some of you know, I came to yoga with very, very bad back problems. I was in pain all the time and tried a lot of things, a lot of modalities of healing. Nothing seemed to be working, and then I found myself in an Iyengar yoga class. I did a lot of research and I found someone who, a wonderful first teacher, Colleen Briscoe, who progressively helped me out of pain. And I started feeling better and better over time. And I don't know how many of you have experienced extreme back pain, but it's no fun, and it can be, you're seeing red when it's occurring. And I know that if you've experienced this, you know what I mean. Once I stopped seeing red, I started moving into other forms of yoga. I started doing vinyasa and other things, a little bit of Ashtanga here and there. And as I was feeling better, I was in child's pose one night in a class, and the teacher who trained me, Charlotte Chandler Stone, came up to me and kind of tapped me on the back, and she whispered, "You should be a teacher." And I was like, wow. We ended up talking about it afterwards, and there was a teacher training going on then with about 15 people, and I would be joining it halfway through. She said, Krishna, you know so much about yoga, you've studied on your own so much that I think you'll do fine doing the training backwards. And then when that group was done, I ended up finishing the training one-on-one, which was very powerful for me. I learned so much. And why I teach yoga is if I can help somebody out of the kind of pain that I was in any way, that's what makes it for me. That's why I love what I do. Yeah, I teach vinyasa, I play around with the music, all that stuff, but the first thing for me with my students is making sure that they feel good and making sure that we can together correct things that may be contributing to their pain or discomfort. And I am very fortunate that both in class and privately, I have the opportunity to help people get out of pain.
So how do you find time to practice yoga for yourself and your own growth as a yogi when you are dedicating so much time and energy to your students and their needs?
The answer is I don't. That's a great question, and I happen to know who asked me that. A good friend of mine, another teacher. Perfect question. I teach a lot. I teach a lot of group classes and a lot of privates, and if you're a teacher watching this, you know that we pretty much, most of us teach at the same time. It's really hard for me to get to my favorite teachers' classes because I'm teaching them. But I practice every day. I do my meditation every day. I do my pranayama, certainly. It was probably one of my favorite parts of the practice is anything having to do with breath. And in almost all my group classes, I do the warm-ups with the students for two reasons. Number one, my back always needs it. And number two, it puts me in a great space to continue to teach the rest of the class. When I was not teaching as much and I was starting out, I would take like 5 classes a week, and I felt like this asana machine. That's not the case anymore. I'm lucky if I get 3 in. I'm very lucky if I get 3 in, and many times it's more like 2. But if you do teach, you know that teaching is the practice too. In fact, it's a huge part of the practice. And helping others, guiding others into this wonderful practice and helping them along with their journey is very much a part of my practice now. So yeah, sometimes the physical takes a back seat to everything else. But you know, I also do my study, svadhyaya. I read a lot, constantly buying books, both of physical yoga teachers and spiritual teachers. And so my practice feels fairly balanced.